Hello, class. It's Dr. Castleberry here with an update for COM 4603, Creating Social Media Presence and Cultural Movements. This video is a bit of a check-in, but also a speaker preview as we will continue our guest interviewee series to help wrap up this class. We still have a great opportunity to connect with people, to learn from folks. And, the great news is majority of the speakers we had lined up for the remainder of our semester were going to be online encounters. We're going to Skype in with them anyway. So all this does is create more remote possibilities, right? We're going to be activating our social distancing, but people connecting, right? We're going to communicate. And so I want to give you a bit of a preview, encourage you to get those rough draft questions in so that we can provide feedback, like clean up the questions, continue down a successful path and prep for that next speaker. Our next speaker is a fine young man who's been working overseas quite diligently for a number of years. In fact, if assuming we'll be able to connect in the same timetable, I really look forward to hearing his story, not only from his recent work history, maybe educational history, but also what he's up to right now, what's going on over there for him, and so on. So our next guest interviewee is Jason Didinsky, and Jason has previously lived in our state of Oklahoma, at least most of us. I know not all of us from there, but I'm going to give you a little bit of background. We've talked about him in class already, but I believe he started his college career at OU, but then transferred, or at least kind of finished in a capacity, an international capacity, over in the country of Estonia. And so we're going to connect with Jason, who is currently a full-time employee and head of marketing for an upstart company, Weekdone, right? And so you can investigate weekdone.com, just like it sounds, and see what that's all about. Maybe draw some questions from there. Jason is able to put in some of his practical professional development in public speaking, and specifically speech and debate, into his young professional career. And so we can have an opportunity to engage questions that will connect in that way, kind of get us understanding Jason and what he's accomplished and what that means. So here are a couple of different things. In addition to this, this is sort of how one transitions public speaking to marketing. As I'm looking at notes without glasses here, he does some moonlight teaching as well. So he's like many contemporary young professionals, kind of toggling between different opportunities. So he's this teaching includes communicating science. All right, that's the course title: How to Effectively Communicate to Wider Audiences. So it's one of those ways we can understand communication as a profession, like teaching others how to basically translate information, even when it's the same base language that we're using. But how do we communicate more effectively? And so that could be a great course. He's speaking our language, people, right? You know what I mean? Jason's also working on his PhD in semiotics. Now, if you've been paying attention in the major thus far, fingers crossed, this is not a new term for you. I know this for a fact. This is fact. You've been introduced, but you may be a little bit hazy to the term or phrase semiotics. And here we have someone that's actively pursuing specialized study in that, in addition to their work. So I'd love questions that kind of can relate to that, inquire about it. Hey, what do you not know about semiotics, right? And why would he be studying that type of area? You are empowered here. You write kind of authoring those questions that are going to stimulate good discussion. He's also he's a winner of a 3-minute speech competition where competitors would refine down their master's thesis project into a very short, condensed piece of information. That kind of reminds me of an extended elevator speech, right? From in the framework of kind of a researcher or a scholar. And so this was this pretty prestigious honor, and he could certainly talk to us about those competitive professional speaker opportunities. And guess what, folks? This isn't just an activity or a one-time event where, something worked out for someone, because we can see how taking advantage of those kinds of opportunities can lead to other opportunities. For example, in addition to teaching the communicating science course, he also has worked with the Baltic Defense College, all right? The Baltic Sea area, right? Get our geography straight here. So this includes public communication workshops with military generals, with military personnel. And so when we think about communication being a skill we all need, look around right now. Look at how we're all struggling and trying to communicate in digital spaces, and how we have a great need for upper level professionals, right? Political figures and so on, to articulate themselves clearly and be well versed, and be able to speak about complex ideas in simple ways, like relay and translate information. We can suddenly see how this really is a valuable service that can be provided. And we're the kinds of folks that can service others in that way. So consider these areas, and whatever else you want to know from our guest, our next guest speaker we'll connect with, Jason Dedensky. And remember, we're going to change it up. And so after you've drafted your initial questions and you get feedback on those for final draft, your final draft would be that top 3 questions in video form. So you're going to upload it like a video discussion, upload those video discussions online, because we're shifting online for the remainder here, and then we will send out those videos in advance to the speaker. So get on it, research a little bit, look up our speaker, and I'll try to drop in a couple of links as well below, and you'll be able to see that and more. And let's connect. Let's continue into this interviewing series and creating social media presence and cultural movements. Thank you.